Okay, so it seems as though things are getting worse for My Hero Academia, its creator, Shonen Jump, and everything to do with that series after the whole controversy that happened regarding the name of one of the latest characters or one of the big villains of the series. Let's talk about it. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. So in case you missed one of my last videos regarding My Hero Academia, to give you a brief summary and kind of catch you up to speed a little bit, the creator of My Hero Academia recently got into a lot of controversy, and he's been attacked very heavily on Twitter by a lot of people because of the name of a character. I want to say it was Maruta, Shiga. He's a villain. He's a scientist that experiments on people, and the big attack and the big outrage that had been happening was due to the fact that that name is the same name as some, real life stuff that happened in Japan years ago with human experimentation and stuff like that, and people felt that it was disrespectful and a lot of different things, and the creator has been attacked. He issued an apology statement. Shonen Jump issued an apology statement. A lot of really crazy shit going on surrounding this whole thing, and I thought, okay, he issued an apology. Shonen Jump apologized. They're changing the name. They're not even gonna just double down. They're changing the character's name. His name will no longer be Maruta Shiga. So you would think, okay, he apologized, he meant no harm, which, to be honest with you, I don't think he meant any harm, and I explained it in my last video where creators, we get inspired by different source materials, different things, whether it be from history, historical events and stuff like that. And even if maybe Horikoshi was inspired by these horrific events that happened, and that's why he named the character, because it was a kind of similar situation, it's not with ill intent. It's just him being a creative and him it's stuff that, like, if you're a person that likes to analyze stuff, it gives you foreshadowing and stuff like, oh, if this is what his name is, and that's what it means and stuff like that. And again, I doubt there was any type of ill will whatsoever within this man regarding naming the character Maruta Shiga. So again, apologies went out and stuff like that, but now it's gotten worse. Apparently China is banning the series altogether over there. It's real bad. I got somebody kind of broke it down on Twitter exactly what they're doing, and it's just disturbing because at the end of the day, it's like, really, over a name that they were actually changing, and they apologize. Like, the cancel culture shit is ridiculous. Now, a lot of the outrage, from my understanding, is not even just coming from, like, Japan. It's coming from China. It's coming from Korea. There's a lot of people that are just, losing their shit over this. But here's exactly what, from my understanding, is happening in China and how they're basically burying My Hero Academia. So due to what happened with the doctor's name, China has removed the My Hero Academia manga temporarily from any website and app. The anime is now getting low scores and will possibly be removed soon as well. As for the My Hero Academia new mobile game, since it's made by Chinese developers, it was also deleted. So between the three things, they removed the manga, they're score bombing badly the My Hero Academia anime, and that'll possibly be removed as well. And they were working on a new mobile game, and that's been completely gone. So they're basically wiping it as if My Hero Academia never existed. Now, if you've been following what's been going on with China, especially as of late, there's been so many different things. The controversy with Hong Kong, China, I hate to kind of talk about, because obviously I'm not in China, and I'm not too familiar exactly with all of the politics that go on over there, but I do know that they are very, very strong with slamming the ban hammer on free speech, being able to think and express yourself the way you want. And this is another prime example, like, over a little name. Like, don't get me wrong, okay, yeah, there's people that they feel certain outrage. I understand that aspect, but this is taking it way too far. To ban, delete, act like if the series never existed. From my understanding, if you're over there and you try to search anything about My Hero Academia, it's just gone, like it never happened. So the way they are handling this is very, very piss poor. And again, it's not uncommon with them. Like, if you look at the whole Blizzard situation, even NBA players that have to double back on shit, and all sorts of stuff that is going on right now with China. But now My Hero Academia, and who's to stop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time there's an outrage, they could ban this, that, and the third, and it's really foul. It's really foul. And there was somebody that left a comment on one of my videos, or the last video regarding this drama, and he kind of said something that made me think a little bit, and I wanted to share it with you guys and then give my input on it, because I understand being upset just because, you know, certain stuff is reminders of horrific events and you don't want to be reminded. But again, it's a name in a fictional story, and plenty of characters, like a lot of people reference, you know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's a character, I want to say, that's like based off Hitler or something like that. Like, there's a lot of references in all sorts of media all the time. There's movies on slavery, there's all sorts of stuff. So are we going to ban those films? Are we going to ban those books? Are we going to ban, like, when does it stop? But let's just read this comment that I got, and I'm gonna blank the person's name out because it's not to harass or attack anybody, but I just kind of wanted to make a point. So the person said, for those who don't understand why the Chinese and Koreans are outraged, here's one reason. The generation that watches Boku no Hero will grow up thinking that that name is just a villain in manga, replacing the real history. Japan hasn't taken responsibility for their war crimes. It's the same as Comfort Woman, which in my opinion 731 is worse, which I want to say 731 was the name of the or one of the brandings of the experiments that they did back in the day. Just Google 731 and you'll see the fun inhuman experiment, which I don't know why they wrote fun, but inhuman experiments they did. Now, one of the things here that kind of I wanted to respond to this person is, he said, here's one reason. The generation that watches Boku no Hero will grow up thinking that that name is just a villain in manga, replacing the real history. Well, if that's the case, then a movie, which a very, very important and impactful movie like Black Panther, where's the outrage for that? Where's the outrage that that's replacing the history of the Black Panthers and the real movement that happened for civil rights and all that stuff? So by that logic, then yeah, let's get rid of the Black Panther film, because now if you Google Black Panther, that's what's going to pop up. Not the people that were trying to fight for civil rights and fight for freedoms and all sorts of stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, honestly, the outrage, in my opinion, is just ridiculous. Like, I get it. Like I've said many times, I understand if people feel hurt in a certain thing, but what more do you want from them? They apologized. They're changing the name. They're taking accountability and responsibility over the whole situation. And now China is banning the manga, removing it from everywhere, completely trashing the new game that they were developing. It's wrong. It's wrong. And honestly, this is very fearful, because, or I'm very fearful of the future of all this, because as cancel culture continues to progress with things, like, it feels as though like everything has to be squeaky clean. I understand about being very, you know, conscious to a point of, you know, what you're putting out there, especially if there's younger people that are going to be taking in some of this information and shit. But for starters, people just, unless you really did the history and research and shit like that, 9 times out of 10 people are just gonna say, oh, his name is Maruta. And in fact, I even did in my last video as well, showed people that that's a kind of common name. Like, I understand, yeah, the character, because of what he represents and what he does, his name doesn't mesh well, considering again the real life events of experimentation and shit like that. But they're taking it way too far. And honestly, China, they need some massive restructuring over there, not just with this incident. This is one of many of what's going on over there, that they it's not good over there, and it's wrong. And I don't know what type of dealing Shonen Jump has with them, but they need to straighten it up with them. They need to kind of confront them about this. Like, I get that they probably make a lot of money because they got deals over there, you know, when the manga goes and shit like that. But for China to outright just slam the door on My Hero, kind of erase it from the history books essentially, and now bombing the like, what does the anime that I think this character appeared one time, maybe in like the first episode or two, but what the hell does the anime have? The anime ain't even at this point yet, so why are people score bombing it and shit like that? It's just ridiculous. Cancel culture with the outrage. Be outraged when it's something that, you know what I'm saying, actually is impacting people on a major scale, not because of a name in a fictional story that really doesn't impact anything other than, hey, this is the character. And like I said regarding the comment of, oh, well, it'll be replacing, no, it won't. Like, when you type in Maruta, it's not like that's the first thing that's gonna pop up, the scientist guy. Like, I did the Google search and results and shit like that, and if that's the case as well, then yeah, let's go ban Black Panther, because it's replacing the Google searches of the Panther movement from back in the day that was really important and impactful for the culture and shit like that. Like, what they're doing, I don't know, it's disgusting. China, straighten your shit out, not even in just this instance, with everything else that y'all doing over there, because it's ridiculous. And eventually people over there are gonna get tired of their bullshit. It's only a matter of time before the people start revolting against them and saying like, yo, y'all controlling the way we think, what the hell? Curious what you guys think about all this. Do you think that there is any merit to warranting them erasing and banning My Hero Academia because of a fucking name? Like, now we're getting carried away, people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same outrage that they have against this one instance, I want to see that same outrage whenever there's like black anime characters that they're using stereotypes to, you know, ridicule and shit like that. I want to see that outrage when that happens, because I never see that shit, you know? It's like, I don't know, this kind of really is pissing me off at this point. Like, straighten shit out. But that's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and once again, China, cut the shit. Knock it off.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace. Last time, I'ma say last time. Moving on to the future, leave the memories as a pastime. Memories always feel like the worst. Letting all the past, leave it in a hearse. Sometimes I wanna lie, but I don't. Why lie when truthfully you get caught in it? Then usually is all off and shit. Uncalled for shit. Now I'm off the shit. Maybe lately what I've been facing got me crazy. No, I can't take it.